G'day ladies and gents, welcome to Xrissart, and in this video I will show you 5 ways to blend with PanPastel, and the surface I'm using is Pastelmat. The first blending method I'm using is the Colourless blender. The pan colour I'm using is ultramarine blue. I apply a light layer of the blender underneath the pan colour, and I'm using this with the Sofft tool knife and number 1 round sponge. You will see the colourless blender is making the pan colour more translucent, and you're able to move and spread the pigment without any colour shift. A great way to use this blending method is perhaps if you were painting skies or areas where you wanted to add values without altering the colour. Number 2. Blending with soft tools and art sponges. The Sofft sponge I'm using is the angle slice round. The pan colours I'm using here are phthalo green and Hansa yellow. I load my sponge with phthalo green and apply to the work area and keep on applying pigment until I'm satisfied I have enough on the work area. I wipe my sponge on a paper towel to wipe off any excess pigment before picking up the next colour, Hansa yellow. Again, I load enough pigment with my sponge and apply on my surface. Once I'm satisfied that I have enough Hansa yellow, I gently blend with the sponge and make a gradual blend between the colours. An example where to use this technique would be if you were painting a lovely sunset and using just a few colours just to show a gradual change between the shades. Next up, number 3, using bristle brushes. The pan colours I'm using are Permanent Red and Permanent Red Extra Dark. This is a slow method and probably the messiest as far as application and more time consuming, but once applied and completed is a very soft transition between colours. The brush I'm using is a makeup bristle brush, but you can use any type of bristle brush so long as it has the right type of bristle, firm but soft. I always say this, but yeah, it's firm but soft. Firm enough to pick up the pigment and soft enough to apply on the surface. I just wanted to pause for a moment and mention that if you want to view the real-time version of this video, I invite you to become a patron and view this on my Patreon channel, where I go into depth about my thought process and how I develop my blending and mixing techniques. The link is in the description box below. Okay, number 4. Using a spare piece of paper. This paper is 110 GSM cartridge paper. The pan colours I'm using here are magenta and magenta tint. I'm using a makeup bristle brush to blend with. Again, I load my brush with magenta and place this on the piece of paper. I use a paper towel to wipe off excess pigment, and then load my brush with magenta tint and place again on my piece of paper. I then mix and make a new value with this method. So in essence, I have 3 colours to work with, and of course you could say this is mixing. So now I apply magenta on the surface or my surface area and keep on applying until I'm satisfied I have enough pigment on my work area. I then apply magenta tint and do the same. So now I add my mixture that I've previously made and apply in between both applications or both colours and blend with my bristle brush until I feel comfortable I have enough on my surface, and then I gently blend all 3 colours until I get a nice gradient look. An example I would use this method is when I'm painting perhaps maybe human portraits. And last but not least, number 5, blending with alcohol. The pan colours I'm using here are Diary Light Yellow Extra Dark and Diary Light Yellow, with rubbing alcohol and a soft synthetic brush, bristle brush, to blend with. Again, I load my soft knife tool with Diary Light Yellow pigment and apply to the surface area. I wipe my sponge tool on the paper towel and then apply Diary Light Extra Dark on my surface area. I tip a little alcohol in a separate container and now dip my brush in the solution and then apply gently to the surface and work it until it's nicely blended. Try not to load your brush too much alcohol, as you may not be able to control the liquid on the surface area. Good thing with this method is that it dries very quickly with limited bleeding. Once dried, coloured pencil works beautifully over this layer. However, this method covers the tooth very quickly and found negative results using pastel pencil on top. I hope this video has been a little helpful. I invite you to share this video, subscribe if you would like to see more videos as I upload them. My name is Chrissy. Thanks for watching and keep on keeping on.